How to generate one seller lead every single day in real estate wholesaling. Basically, what you're going to be able to do with this tactic that I'm going to be sharing with you guys inside of today's video is going to generate you one seller lead, which if you do the math, that would be every single month you'd be getting about 30 leads a month. And the reason why I'm targeting 30 leads a month, or sort of say one lead every single day that's a seller, is because on average about 30 leads that you generate every single month, then out of those leads, you should be closing at least one wholesale deal. Because the numbers that I've seen for a lot of beginners getting into the business, about 1 in 30 leads closes a deal. And also, did I mention that you're going to be able to do this 100% for free? Hey, what's going on? My name is Devin Knupp, and like I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about how to generate one lead every single day, and I'm going to give you the step-by-step strategy of 3 different tactics. I'm going to give you a few different tactics, and if you add these all up, you should be getting more than one lead every single day. So now the goal with this is to have it kind of residual in a sense. So basically a lot of incoming leads, so that way you can be on your merry way doing whatever you want every single day, but also give you a couple ways that are more active, and you can be generating way more than one seller lead every single day. So the thing that I would do if I were in your shoes and needed to go out there and close a deal very quickly is being able to generate leads every single day and then building up your pipeline, because the pipeline is where the money is at. So what you're going to be doing is generating these 30 leads every single month and then adding them to a database, because you could be converting more than 1 in 30 leads every single month, because some of these deals may be closing out in the next few months, next 6 months. So not only closing one deal in the month, you may be closing a deal in the next 6 months from this lead generation that you're implementing. So how I would recommend to do this is to go on Craigslist and create Craigslist ads. And this is a completely free tactic. And I don't recommend that you just do it in one area, because I've done it in one area, and I don't know if you guys have just have done Craigslist ads before in one zip code or one area. But from my experiences, that turns out to like maybe one lead a month. So what I recommend is duplicating this strategy in multiple different zip codes, multiple areas, multiple different areas inside of Craigslist inside of the country. And the best area to target this is what I found, or at least a lot of like the virtual leads of virtual deals, is to target a lot of like the Midwest states. So inside of these states, it's like anywhere from like Tennessee or Kentucky all the way to like maybe Michigan, maybe even like Minnesota, or down to like Arkansas, Kansas, kind of like this Midwest region inside the United States. If you need a map, just type in Midwest. And out of these different areas, find some of the hotter zip codes, the hotter areas. And the way that you could do this is you could simply just randomly apply different Craigslist ads in all these different areas, but you could also do what's known as a hot zip code list trick. And if you want to know how to do that, I'll put a link to a video in one of these corners, and I'll put it at the end of this video, but don't watch that video until you're done watching this one. At least you have a little bit of a gist of an idea on how to do it. Basically, what a hot zip code list is you go inside these areas and find out where the most cash transactions are and where most of the buyers are looking for deals. So if you find a deal inside of these hot zip codes, it's going to be a lot easier to find a buyer versus finding a deal inside of one of these like random outskirts cities that not a lot of investors are looking to invest their money into. So it's kind of guaranteeing you a buyer at the same time as you're finding where a lot of these motivated sellers are coming from. And so what you're going to do is, I'll put up a screenshot real quick just because I don't feel like making it on my computer right now, of what this Craigslist ad looks like. And so maybe this is what the outside ad looks like if you're just scroll through Craigslist, and then here's what it would look like on the inside if you were to click on the ad. And so inside of that ad, I would probably put it inside of different areas inside of Craigslist. So I would do it in like the for sale by owner section, on top of that like housing wanted section, and possibly even the for rent by owner section, just because there's going to be a lot of sellers going through a lot of these different areas and just going through these areas, and chances are they'll come across one of your ads eventually if you're kind of giving them more of an option. So what I would do is pick like 30 different areas and post like 3 different posts inside of each of these specific zip codes, because the thing about Craigslist is it's like city specific or zip code specific. So if you are being city specific, there's probably like a few different cities in this one metropolitan area, so it's kind of giving you a little bit more options as far as finding finding these motivated sellers. So now the reason, well, like kind of the reason why we're doing like 30 different areas is because if each one is generating you one lead per month, if you have 30 different posts, it's going to be generating you, like if you do the math, it should be generating you about 30 leads every single month. And like I said, it doesn't cost you anything to set up these ads, and you're going to kind of spread yourself everywhere. Now, the thing with this, the little kind of caveat, downfall, that side of things is you're going to have to be dealing with a lot of different markets, but it's not that hard to learn a new market kind of once you understand the business, the basic business principles. Basically, you get a deal as deeply discounted as possible and then try to work with it from there and find a buyer. If you can't find a buyer, then obviously you got it priced too high. And I made a video yesterday talking about how to do all the contingencies and stuff inside there. So if you want to know how to cancel the contract, if you price it way too high and the deal doesn't make any sense, check out one of these links up here and I'll link it for you guys so that way you have access to that content. But basically, if you just post these everywhere, you're going to be able to generate all these free leads. And here's the thing. Don't expect to close the deal within the first month. Even if you generate 30 leads, just see it as you've just generated 30 more leads into your pipeline. The chances of one of these deals closing over the next 6 months, 12 months is very high. So if you keep adding this, let's say you're 3 months down the road and you still generate one lead per day for over 30, so you're generating 90 leads over the next 3 months, then that's going to give you a very high chance of closing the deal. And the best analogy that I like to use for wholesaling is that you're playing a lottery. But instead of having to pay for every single ticket, which I guess you can if you use like paid marketing and whatnot, you're just trading your time and setting up these different ads and trading this by giving yourself more opportunity to become discovered by a motivated seller. The more opportunities that you have to be discovered, the higher the chance of winning the lottery. So let's say that once you get about 30 leads, 60 leads, your chances are just through the roof. You got like maybe let's say like a 50 to 75% chance of winning this lottery. So the more leads that you just keep bringing in, the more exposure that your different marketing tactics have, the higher the chance of you closing a deal. Now, those that are closing 3 to 5 deals a month, they just basically have through the roof opportunities and chances of winning this lottery, and they're just replicating it over and over again, so that way they can get more and more exposure. So now something that you can add on top of this is once you have these 30 different posts set up, I know now after making this video, we're probably going to see like some of these different areas. There's going to be like 5 different ads and whatnot. Still do it. It's not a big deal. Just try to make the ad copy and the picture a little bit different than everybody else. So that way you're kind of separated from everybody. And if the more you take it away from the copy and paste system and make it more personalized and different, the higher the opportunity of you kind of standing out against everybody else. Because a lot of people already do this, but you want to stand out. Also, what you can do is just try different marketing tactics that are free. So for example, go driving for dollars and go knock on these people's doors and find out if they're interested in selling their house. That's another way to generate a lead a day. Or another opportunity is go through Craigslist and call the FRBO, the for rent by owners, or the for sale by owners. If you can set a goal of just one lead every single day, you're going to be able to go out there and close a deal, if not in 1 month, at least in the next couple of months, the next 30 to 60 days. And it's kind of almost like a guarantee, but you have to set your goal to one lead every single day. And if you can do that, I totally think that you can go out there and close a deal. And generating one lead a day really isn't that difficult. And what it's going to do is not only kind of give you the opportunity to go out there and achieve the goal of closing a first deal and being able to reinvest those profits into more marketing and getting more things outsourced and whatever it may be, scaling the business, but it's also going to teach you a couple of different things. One of the big things is that instead of setting like some sort of monetary goal, it's giving you something that's like super achievable and super simple. And it's kind of like giving you like a dopamine hit in a sense, if you understand what I mean. So by you going out there and setting up one of these ads, let's say you set up 1 in 30 of these ads. There you go. You just got something done. You got something done. You achieved the goal of setting up an ad and you achieved something. Most people, they just try to go for closing a deal. If they don't close a deal, then they're upset. But you took a step forward. You went from level 1 to level 2. And if that kind of little change right there of you going out there and taking action is is a dopamine hit. It's giving you the excitement that you're moving forward inside this business. And if you just keep taking it one bite at a time, one step at a time, you're going to be able to go out there and close a deal. And it's just taking it slowly, breaking it down super simple rather than trying to achieve this amazing goal of reaching like level 50, let's say, instead of just going from level 1 to level 2 and then level 2 to level 3 and so on. I'm obviously not going to list it all the way up to 50. But if you just take it one step at a time, you're going to be able to go out there and close a deal. And so I challenge you. Maybe in the next 30 days, you set up 30 ads every single day. And the only other thing that I want to add to this is what you're going to learn is you're going to learn the discipline. If you upload if you do something every single day, it's kind of setting up this habit. It's giving you kind of this mindset and this mentality that you can do it if you just consistently work at it every single day. It gives you something to do every single day. If you do everything all of a sudden in one day and then the next few weeks you don't know what to do, it's kind of going to take a hit and you're going to drop. You're going to be less excited. You're just like, I don't know what to do every single day. But this kind of gives you some sort of activity to do every single day. And it's going to build up those highly effective habits that are going to allow you to progress once you start actually closing deals. And so this is a strategy that I recommend for you guys that are trying to go out there and close your first wholesale deal. It's not going to cost you guys any money, obviously. You just create a Craigslist ad, and I showed you guys how to everything that you can just literally copy and paste, and you can just implement for yourself. So just set it up all in these different areas. Put your phone number on there and start getting your phone blowing up. So if you want to set it up so that way it's not your personal phone, you can actually keep track of everything, I highly recommend that you use CallRail, and I will have a link down below. If you guys use that link, then it's basically just, I think I get like $10 or something like that. It's $30 a month. You get up to 10 different lines with that $30 plan. If you want more lines, you can just add more and more numbers. You can set up a personalized number, and this will allow you to set up your marketing campaigns and know exactly where these phone calls are coming from. And you can get a personalized phone number set up for each different marketing stream that you're using. So that way you can keep track of where these leads are and understanding what you need to double down on and kind of pull away from because it's not making you a lot of money. And it's going to be able to help you track your stats as time goes on and help you figure out what's working and what isn't. And then on top of that, you don't have to set it up so it goes directly to your phone. So that way you can set aside the time to make phone calls rather than your phone blowing up all day. Because if you're getting 30 leads a month, that's going to be kind of obnoxious getting all these different phone calls. But if you guys just set your goal to get that all set up, then you should be good to go. So anyways, if you want more advice on how to get into real estate wholesaling, I highly recommend that you go check out this video right here. I would appreciate that, and it's going to show you literally how to go out there and do everything as far as real estate wholesaling goes. But anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Go out there, get one lead every single day, and I'll be talking to you, or I'll see you guys in that video right there. So peace.